am starting the standard costing, which is applicable in CA, CMA and CS executive courses. A standard costing is very typical in costing because many students does not understand what is the meaning of a standard, and what is a standard is based on the past performance. A standard is based on past performance, and we will compare with the actual performance. And thereafter we are comparing and deriving the variances, whether it is a positive variances or negative variances. Positive or negative, we call it favorable or unfavorable. Now, in a standard costing, there is a three parts. One is material, another is labor, and third is overhead. There is also variances of sales, profit margins, and that is the opposite of cost. Now we will start with the materials. Materials have different types of variances, that is material cost variance, material price variance, material uses variance. Now, uses variance is three types, that is sub-uses, mix variance, material mix variance, and material yield variance. There is no problem in the material cost variance because material cost is a standard costing minus actual costing. Actual cost, whether if the actual cost is more than the standard cost, then it is unfavorable material cost variance, and if the standard cost is more than the actual cost, then it is a material cost favorable variance. There is no confusion in the material cost variance. In the same material price variance, there is no confusion because we are comparing the price, that is standard price minus actual price, and we are multiplying with the actual quantities. Then it is a material price variance. Material uses variance. Uses means how much we are using the material. Now we are comparing. Problem is in variance that we are comparing with the actual. That means base must be same. When we are comparing with the actual, we have to derive, we have to arrive at the standard quantity for actual production or actual output and comparing with the actual quantity. Now, here is a problem, that is a standard quantity for actual output. We have to arrive at the standard quantity for actual productions. Suppose If a standard quantity is given, then we have to compare with the actual output. Say for example, if the standard quantity or actual quantity, a standard quantity is 80% and 120%, total is 200%, and if we deduct the loss, that is normal loss, that is 20, then it is 180%. Now actual quantity is 90, and for A material and for B material it is 110, total is 200, and if loss is 80, that is actual loss, then 182 is the input used for input. Now we have to a standard quantity for actual productions we have to make it. This is no problem because we can derive by unitary method. 180, this is 180 because we are calculating users variance, and that is net of loss always. If you are calculating the user variance, you will always calculate net of loss. Now we are calculating for A material, material A, 180 a standard quantity, the actual is 182, then for 1 and then for 80. That means 182 divided by 180 into 80. That means we are making the standard quantity for actual production, and this is derived by the unitary method. Life is a unitary method. So in case of B also we can make a standard quantity for actual output. Say how much? For 180 the actual is 182, for 1 that is 182 divided by 180, and for 120 this is 182 by 180 into 120. This is the actual quantity of material B used for actual output, and then we compare with the actual quantity, and this is multiplied with standard price, we will get the material uses variance. Now material uses variance or material yield variance is both are similar, but one thing is different. We are comparing in a material uses variance, we are comparing with the actual quantity. In material yield variance, we are comparing with the standard quantity. The formula is material yield variance, formula is that is a standard quantity for actual output minus a standard quantity, and we are multiplying with the standard price. Now we can see that here is only a standard quantity, and in material uses here is actual quantity, and both the formula is same. Should not get confused with the material yield variance or material uses variance. There is only differences of a standard quantity and actual quantity. Now in case of material mix variance, this is also a net of loss calculations, net of loss calculations, and in material mix variance we are getting that total actual quantity in a standard proportion minus actual quantity used, and this is multiplied with the standard price. Now total actual quantity in a standard proportions, how we can make this total actual quantity in a standard proportion? Same as style unity method we can use. Say for example, there is a standard quantity in kg, that is for A material it is 7000 kg, for B material it is 3000 kg, and for C material it is 2000 kg. Total is 12,000 kg standard quantity. Now actual quantity is 7,500 kg, 3,300 kg and 2,400 kg. Total is 13,200. How we can make the total actual quantity in a standard proportion? Just by unitary method. Life is a unitary method. That means for 12,000 kg standard quantity, actual is 13,200. For 1, that is 13,200 divided by 12,000. And for 7,500 actual quantity, that means 13,200 divided by 12,000 multiplied by 7,500. This is the actual quantity in standard proportions. Okay? Now, if the actual quantity is given in a standard proportion, then you do not convert in a standard quantity because it is already in a standard proportions. Now, one thing you must learn that when you are making the usage variance or material yield variance, and when you will do a standard quantity for actual output by unitary method, you will get a 0, 0, because the standard quantity for actual output will be 0, will be something which is equal to the actual quantity. In 0, 0 method, you will take gross amount of this figure. Then you can compare with the actual quantity. In material usage variance, you will get gross amount, not net of loss, 200, and you will do unitary method, you will get the material yield variance, we will compare with the standard quantity. In the same style, we will do the labor variance as well labor variance. In the labor variance, we will get labor cost variance, labor price variance, labor efficiency variance, labor mix variance or labor yield variance. In the same format, the material labor variance we can derive.